So yesterday we learned that another Transformers movie is going to be hitting movie theaters in addition to Rise of the Beast, and it will come out next year. And a lot of people are wondering if this is going to be any good, and from what we can find out, it's going to be animated, and it's going to take place in the days before the Autobot and Decepticon conflict that we know of today. Will it be any good? Let's take a look and find out. So sit back, relax, make sure you're subscribed to the channel, and let's transform and roll out. So I want to thank each and every one of you who have been watching the channel for quite some time. We are getting so close to 100,000 subscribers, and it means a lot to me, of course, that I have another retrospective coming. The character who will be on the next video will be the character of Prowl. It's going to be a big one, so it's going to take me a little bit to work on, and I have a few other projects that I'm working on while working on the Prowl video too, so you can stay tuned for that. But on top of that, I want to thank those of you who have supported the channel through Patreon and have become channel members. It really means a lot to me that you would put additional support on the channel to keep us going. So let's get into the Transformers news. The first thing I want to talk to you guys today about is the fact that the Armada Optimus Prime has now had the pre-orders for it have gone live, which is really great for a lot of people who are really looking forward to the Transformers Armada Optimus. It is, personally myself, like I said, I'm really looking forward to trying to get my hands on a Motormaster figure, and a lot of people do like this version of Optimus. So I do have links in the description, so if you want to order him, you are able to do so. I know I think he's sold out on Hasbro Pulse, but Amazon and Entertainment Earth, I do have affiliate links for. The other very, very expensive item that is, you can order and put together and has electronics and wiring and such, is the Agora model kit. I know that they've done other kits like this before, and they've actually sent me one, at least the first part of the kit, because basically the way they do it is like you spend a lot of money to buy the kits, and then you put each kit together, and when you put all the kits together, you get yourself this really big Optimus Prime. Haven't opened up the box yet to even take a look at the first kit, but if you do want to do so, I know that they have it. It's a 3-foot tall model. The first pack is $75, and it's $150 after that. Very expensive, but for some folks, if they really want this cool looking electronic model, go for it. A lot of people do like the, putting together some expensive model kits, and it is something to look forward to. I'm actually going to do a build on the first kit that they've sent me. I also want to talk about TFCon in Orlando. We already know that the TFCon in LA happened last month, and I think in July is the one in Toronto, but in Orlando, now, when the pandemic first started, I was actually planning on going to the one in Orlando, but unfortunately it got canceled and I was not able to go to that one. But I did go to the one in Baltimore, and meeting so many of you has always been a blast. I love, going to a lot of these conventions. I went to MegaCon, I think it was like 2 weeks ago, and I'm going to try my best to see if I can get to RetroCon in September. But Dan Gilbazan is going to be at the one in Orlando, and since I now live in Florida, I'm definitely going to the one in Orlando, and perhaps maybe I might even be a part of the YouTubers panel. We'll see if that turns out any good. But I will be doing, anytime that they do any announcements for the guests for TFCon Orlando, I will be putting that in my news videos. Now, the next big thing is Lorenzo Di Bonaventura had an opportunity to be interviewed and to talk about the next Transformers movie. We know Rise of the Beast is coming out this year, and I think they were trying to get it out last year, but things got delayed, and it's coming out this year. And I know some people are really excited about it, and some people are not. And I know for good reason why, too, because it's kind of like, a lot of people who are older fans, they saw that prologue of Bumblebee, and they were like, oh man, if they're going to do Transformers like that, if the robots are actually going to look, recognizable, we can see what the characters look like, and, even if they're stylized a little bit differently, we can still go, okay, that's that character, that's that character, that character. And then Rise of the Beast goes, nah, we're not necessarily going to do that all the time, and now all the Transformers are going to look different. It is what it is. So I'm I don't know. I feel torn about it. But at the same time, they're going to do an animated movie that has been told that it's not going to be in the same continuity of the other movie films. You know, they're not going to be in the continuity of Bumblebee or the Bay films, because the Bay films apparently are not in the same timeline as Bumblebee and Rise of the Beasts, even though they were started that way. That's how it's supposed to be, or at least we're told that. But this animated movie is going to focus on the young Optimus and young Megatron and how they evolve into the characters we know today. The entire movie will be set on Cybertron. The origin of the Transformers will also be explored. Since it's an animation project, it could work as a new trilogy. And while they have new ideas about what the following movies will be about, they also want to focus on making the first one really successful. It's not a coming-of-age story. This untitled Transformers film is set to release in theaters July 19th, 2024. So we kind of had gotten hints about this for a little while, and in some ways, like, I'm excited about it, and some ways I'm not. I'm wondering what the backstory they're going to choose for Optimus and Megatron. Are they going to go with the War Games UK comics? Are they going to go with the episode War Dawn, which gave us, in my opinion, the pretty definitive origin for Orion Pax about how he became Optimus Prime? For those of you who have not seen that episode, go watch that episode. It's on YouTube. The episode is called War Dawn. It explains the origin of Optimus Prime and Megatron, and I think it's a really good episode. Then, of course, you have the Transformers Prime origin, which is based on the Exodus novels, which explains that Optimus Prime and Megatron were best friends before the war until Megatron went bad. And I really don't like that. I've never liked that. Like, I know some people really, really love that backstory. I don't like the idea of Optimus and Megatron being buddy-buddy before the war. Like, I kind of like the idea of this blue-collar guy. You know, he's kind of a nobody, doesn't really want to be involved in a war. You know, but Megatron is a tyrannical lunatic and, you know, kind of sneaks his way in and kind of goes, oh, yeah, whatever. But in reality, Megatron is actually a lot more nefarious. I love that backstory because it means that nobody can become somebody. Orion Pax becomes Optimus Prime. In the same token, Hot Rod becomes Rodimus Prime. You know, it's that same parallel I love between that dynamic of storytelling. And, you know, you guys have seen my interview with Jim Shooter, you know, tell a good story, tell it well. It's how they've done it for 40,000 years and how they'll do it for another 40,000 years, you know, and with respect to the characters. You know, that's something that Jim Shooter himself had said. And, you know, so I'm hoping this movie is good, regardless of whether or not you guys like Lorenzo Di Bonaventura or not. Whether or not you think it's going to be any good, I mean, I just hope the actual movie is a good backstory, can give the, you know, a decent origin to Optimus Prime and Megatron, because I know I don't expect these movies at all to be really made for the long-standing fans. They don't, the movies have not done that, and they have no intentions of doing that. They don't care. You know, Hollywood doesn't care. I mean, heck, Hollywood is doing things now where, you know, Egypt is suing Netflix. Like, go ahead and take a look at that. Like, that's that's kind of crazy. So I honestly hope this movie is good. But I want to know what you guys think. Are you excited about this upcoming animated feature, or do you think that it's, you know, going to end up being terrible? Are you excited about any other Transformers news? Of course, leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Be sure to thumbs up this video and subscribe. I have many more other videos coming down the pipeline, so stay tuned for all of that. And as always, guys, until next time, till all are one.